BBC Radio Scotland. And now an important announcement on the environment from Prime Minister Rishi Sunak.
Climate change is real. At this very moment, the world's leaders are gathered in New York to discuss what urgent steps the planet should take. Me, I do my own thing. As the nation's Beyoncé, it's important to be an independent PM. I buy my own diamonds, I buy my own rings, and I decide which worrying proposals to slap down. 7 different bins in your street, I scrapped it. A tax on your meat, I scrapped it. Guidelines for passengers in your car, I scrapped those too. In common parlance, now we're sucking diesel. So keep revving your diesel engine. Now we're cooking with gas, so keep your gas boiler lit for several more years yet. In conclusion, this government still pledges to hit net zero by 2050. We care about the environment and the countryside. We simply must preserve the long grass, just so that we can continue to kick our policies into it. Thank you.
As companies become more ecologically aware, Marks & Spencer's this week announced plans to switch their plastic bags to paper.
This is not just any bag. This is an M&S paper bag. Strong yet foldable, complete with holdable handles. Exceptional grams per square metre. Perfect fit for your luxury essentials, so Colin the caterpillar can poke his chocolate snout over the top. Not suitable for transporting wannabe try-hard tin pot fraud Cuthbert the cake from Aldi. Emblazoned with those all-important words, Marks & Spencer. So everyone knows you pay over the odds for your simple paper bag.
Next in the den is a former First Minister with her new business venture.
Hello, dragons. My name is Nicola Sturgeon, and I am looking for an investment today in my new business, Nicola Sturgeon Limited.
But that's just you.
Let me be clear. Aye, it is. But it is also the name of a company to log the income from my potential upcoming memoir.
So, you've written a book. What's it about?
An inspirational hero who leads the Scottish people to independence.
So it's fiction.
It's non-fiction, and you're going in the book. The focus is on the political ideals that revitalised my native land, with scope for a bit of love for Scandi drama and Duran Duran to highlight my lighter side and sense of joyful fun.
Have you a title for the book, perhaps inspired by previous political works?
As a fan of Nelson Mandela, we considered a work inspired by The Long Walk to Freedom, or, in this case, the couple of small steps to somewhere approaching a potential negotiation about freedom at a future unspecified date. I know this for sure. It will be deeply personal. It is a tell, and let me be inordinately clear about this, all.
But business isn't personal, Nicola.
Yeah, I've had enough.
Dragons, this is a once-in-a-generation business opportunity.
I'm out.
Drat. Let me be clear. There are no hard feelings. And let me be even clearer. This is all going in the book. Peter, honey bun. It's self-publishing after all.
Next in the den, another budding author also suggesting a memoir.
Hi, dragons. It's me, Liz Truss.
I'm out.
I'm out. Welcome back to the US Open 2069, where 82-year-old Novak Djokovic is dominating this final match.
We are running out of superlatives for this man, but even at his age, he's surpassing himself yet again.
You'd think he'd tire, but no.
Even with the new rule changes the ITF have had to introduce to try and stop him, that all Serbian players over 80 must wear an inflatable sumo suit and use a frying pan instead of a racket, he's still bossing it out there.
Oh, another ace.
Will these new rules ever defeat him? Look out for the cannonballs!
Oh, doesn't look like it. Not even the Lions are getting in his way.
It looks like he stared out the king of the jungle and at the same time hit a glorious cross-court winner. Well done again, Novak!
Oh no, Andy Murray's grandson's knees have just gone. Better luck next year.
Don't believe me, just watch. Big Labour. It's a no-brainer with Angela Rayner. No danger. Great to get another blether with you, Anjo. And a big pat on the back to Sir Kay for meeting the Euro leaders in The Hague. K-Dog's gearing up to reverse Brexit. Beep, beep.
It's good to see you, Anas, but I assure you, Sir Keir and Labour have no intention of reversing Brexit.
Ah, I hear you, Biggie. Sure we dinny. Big wink.
I repeat, Sir Keir and Labour have no interest in reversing Brexit.
I repeat, I hear you, Biggie. Nudge, nudge, wink, wink. The secret is safe in the vault till it's time to spring it on the peeps. Anyway, what we gabbing about today? What's the Hampden?
Well, crucially, we think it's really, really crucial to discuss the crucial issue of higher education.
Me and all. I say that as a Labour leader and a Glasgow Uni graduate in general dentistry. Nam quam corrumpit in dentibus. That's Latin, by the way, for we give tooth decay a square go. Mon then.
Right. And it is crucial to be realistic about what's achievable. When Sir Keir met some students in Liverpool, he said abolishing tuition fees would be impossible.
Impossible. Except in Scotland. Scottish Labour take the im out of impossible. We make the impossible possible, as opposed to Sir K-Dog making the possible impossible.
Just unpack that for me, Anas.
Sure. Scottish Labour remain committed to free university education. We've got a Mission Impossible mission and we choose to accept it. Bum, 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 bum. Bididoo. For us, our Mission Impossible is keeping the impossible possible. Just call me Tom Cruise.
Right. So, Anas, we really need you and Sir Keir to see eye to eye and stand shoulder to shoulder.
We do. It's just on higher education we're mere eye to shoulder. But dinny fret, Anjo. I will nae compromise the mission. Impossible, impossible. Tomato, tomara. Am I right?
I think so. Anyway, it's crucial that the whole party get behind Sir Keir just now.
Oh, I know. I clocked Sir K-Dog's photo on the cover of our conference programme. Sir Starmsy is looking right smouldery, by the way. Big Red gives it blue steel. And see, come conference time, if he wants to open his gub for a grin, I'll bleach the Starmer Perlers for mates' rates. Nothing is impossible. Hit your hallelujah, Angie, and tell the boss to floss.
Hiya, what can I get you?
I'll have an Americano and a chocolate chip cookie, please.
Oh, it's actually all our autumn menu. You could have a Halloween latte and a maple croissant.
No, I'll just have the regular coffee and biscuit, please.
I see. It's just that everything is autumn themed now. How about a hazelwood smoked cappuccino and an acorn brownie?
No, I don't want any of that. I mean, can you even bake with acorns?
The important thing is the autumn aesthetic. Maybe you'd fancy a squirrel-buried conker cortado and a damp leaf donut.
Nothing autumn themed, thanks.
Clocks going back croissant?
No.
Nights are fair drawn in nut bread?
No.
Okay, look. You know, we push these things as part of a promotion, but we can do you a regular coffee and a biscuit right now. Sitting in?
No, it's too late. I need to run. Late for my pumpkin spiced enema. After recent departures, Gogglebox is trying out new couples to add to their regular team of telewatchers.
In Holyrood, workmates Lorna and Patrick settle down on the sofa.
Oh, hey, Patrick. Tough day in government, huh? Let's just take it easy, eh?
You're right, Lawrence, my co-leader and best bud. Why don't we chill and watch a movie?
This one never fails. It's the circle of life.
Not my Lion King! Not my Lion King!
Oh, whoopsie. Sorry, Patrick. My mistake, eh? Chill. Let's watch TV. Soap. What about Coronation Street?
Not my coronation! Not my coronation!
Good morning, I'm both. You're watching The Sunday Show. I'm Martin Geisler. I've got my clipboard and I'm on the TV. In our radio studio holding a pen, it's Fiona Stalker. What's upstream coming down the railroad tracks, Fiona?
Oh,
yes, good morning, Martin. Yes, indeedy do.
The Oceanographic Awards for the most incredible pictures taken underwater have been announced.
BBC Scotland won an award for its coverage of this year's Scotland versus Georgia game at Hampden Park.
Flash Booth Wallop, what a picture! Police Scotland have completed an extensive investigation into the increasing use of clickbait advertising in the news media. The results may surprise you. You'll be astonished to find out what PC Murdoch from Urwally looks like now.
Channel 5 has scrapped the Gadget Show after the batteries ran out.
Recharge the both! Donald Trump's hotel and restaurant resort in Balmedy has failed a hygiene inspection.
A series of breaches were discovered, including dirty chopping boards in the kitchen, out-of-date meat in a freezer, and state secrets in the cupboards.
Hail to the both! A beach at Dalgety Bay in Fife has been reopened after radioactive contamination dating from the Second World War has been cleaned up.
The beach, which had been closed since 2011, is now expected to return to normal. That is, it will be polluted with crisp packets, juice cans, and lots of floating dollies.
Boofty! Wales has become the first country in the UK to set a speed limit of 20 miles per hour.
Many Scots look on with envy as they'd love to reach those sorts of heady speeds on our pothole-riddled streets.
Put the boot tootin' in the booth lane. Politics collides with sports as First Minister Humza Yousaf has suggested that Scotland fans booing God Save the King at Hampden should be treated as a de facto independence referendum. Thank you, Fiona.
Yes, Martin, yes, indeed, thank you.
Let's do this thing. You're watching The Sunday Show. Commence the boff.
Boof!
Guys, thank you for giving up your precious time to discuss how we run the, country. I am First Minister, but all input welcome. So, anyone got anything to share?
Lorna Slater,
Yes.
Minister for Ethical Hoodies and Circular Protest Routes. Big thanks to everyone who came out for our anti-fossil fuel march in Edinburgh. Woohoo, eh?
Well said, Lorna. I did my bit to campaign against fossil fuels this week by taking a jet plane 3,222 miles to New York for a conference. No? Well, did you get your gifts?
No.
Yes.
Great, that's good. Well, dig in. Plenty of New York taxi plushies on the table for everyone. A wee sense of, America.
FYI, FM, America isn't just New York, eh? America includes other places like Canada, eh?
Yes, of course. We can't forget Canada. And talking of nations we haven't forgotten, the Scottish Government have an exciting announcement. Get set for Scottish independence.
Yes!
Negotiation.
Yes.
Strategy.
Eh?
That's right. Scottish Independence Negotiation Strategy. We use the next general election as an ipso facto basis for discussion to potentially, possibly, maybe one day make independence facto. Something that we can, all get behind. Right, Kate Forbes?
Some would say an alternative leader could table a more credible plan than this cuckoo scheme, but I'll support the party position at present.
Great, Kate. Thanks. Something to, build on there. One movement, one purpose. We're all in it together. Aside from those in the SNP we're currently expelling or banning. Anyway, to prove we're all in this together, I've invited one of our SNP MP colleagues, Mary, Black.
Thanks, Mucka. Aye, it's pure cracking to get away from the a-holes in Westminster, and it's magic getting to say a-holes without getting slapped by some a-hole.
That was a beautiful speech, eloquently put, Mary. On behalf of our Westminster MPs, do you believe this plan can make Scotland independent?
Nae danger, no. But I'm an optimist, I also believe Partick Thistle can win the Scottish Cup. I support it wholeheartedly in the coming months before I chuck it, or Westminster ultimately veto the whole thing.
When did Westminster ever veto anything the Scottish Government, suggested?
Referendum bill.
Gender recognition reform bill.
Bottle deposit return scheme. Boo, eh?
Okay, but that might mean we're due something off of them. I mean, they didn't veto our drug consumption zones. Even Alistair Jack hasn't put the kibosh on them yet. So, if we call the whole of Scotland an independence consumption zone, they might just, let us get on with it. Do we have a consensus? Say it with me. Independence negotiation strategy.
Strategy,
Something.
negotiation.
Great, that's good. We can build towards a consensus on what constitutes our consensus. Something to work with there. Yeah?
Yeah. Yeah.
Great! Hey, Penny.
What is it, PM? Why are you whispering?
I think there is a Chinese spy in Westminster. Pass it on to the rest of the government.
There is a Chinese fly in Westminster. Pass it on.
There is a Chinese pie in Upminster. Pass it on.
There's a Chinese tie in Grantchester. Pass it on.
Suella Braverman, you can now reveal to the House what we have been whispering about.
There's an illegal migrant immediately to be deported to Rwanda.
You're watching Sunday with Laura Koonsberg with me, Mary Keesby. Just to clarify, my other show, State of Chaos, is about UK politics, not Celtic's defence in Rotterdam. But nothing to do with any of that now, as I'm joined by inventor, business magnate, space explorer and social media pranky funkster, Elon Musk. Elaine, welcome.
Thank you, Laura. Would you do me the courtesy of telling me the Wi-Fi password?
Yes, Mr. Musk, it is XZJY_140Q. Do you need to go online?
No, just collating some suggestions for the name of my next child. That's right up there with KQ7M VFX. Continue.
OK, Mr. Musk, I shall. You've been in the news this week with many accusing you of stealing the logo for your rocket launching company, SpaceX, from East Lothian amateur football team Haddington Town FC. I must say, the two logos are remarkably similar. Would you care to address these allegations?
Laura, that suggestion is laughable, and may I just platform my legendary sense of humour by laughing at it. Ha! And hold on, wait for it. Ha!
I see. So, no hard feelings with anyone from Haddington Town?
Laura, I was jesting about joking. I used this forum to call out the Haddington Town CEO. This is real. Cease and desist, or I will take you in a cage fight.
That's timely, because joining me now is my next guest, part-time trainer from Haddington FC, Wee Dunky. Dunku, are you going to brawl Elon Musk for the logo?
Hello, Laura. Hello, Mr. Musk. Nay, I'm no fighting that, Raj.
Ah, so you crumble. I assume you're scared, and once again I triumph and trample all adversaries.
Nay need. We've changed our logo now. We've found a right cracker nobody wanted anymore. It's like a wee white bird in a blue background. Looks braw, but some numpty just chucked it and updated it for no reason.
Mr. Musk, Wee Dunku, thanks.
Hello, welcome to the by-election voter ID trial. Do you have your ID on you?
What? No?
Passport?
Knocked back. My photo was too smiley. It's no my fault. I have a natural vivacity, you know.
Driving licence?
Oh, don't start me. Do you know, I was cheated. There were only 2 of my wheels went into that woman's garden when I did my parallel park on my test. That examiner just didn't like my coupon. That's pure discrimination.
OK. Under 22's bus pass?
Oh, I wish. You should go to Specsavers.
Anything with your likeness on it.
Dwayne drew me and we turned it into a keyring. See? Wee Banksy, that one.
I'm sorry, I don't think that qualifies.
This is nonsense. I have turned out in every election since I turned 18 and I have never needed ID afore. You give me my voting slip. It is my democratic right.
OK, I think we can let it slide on this occasion since the process is obviously so important to you. There's your voting slip.
Ta. That's them tilt.
Did you just spoil your ballot paper?
Always they. They're all as bad as each other, these politicians.
The Edinburgh Tram Inquiry has finally concluded, led by Chairman Lord Hardy.
It's a momentous day when our findings can be made public. I'm 77, you know. I wasn't a lord when this inquiry began. Oh, no. Back then I was attending my first day of nursery school. but it's an honour to finish this process started by my great-grandfather. Over time, lots has gone on around the trams on Princess Street, such as the building of Edinburgh Castle. But now our work is done, and with this finger, I shall now begin printing the Edinburgh Tram Inquiry Report conclusion. And all the pages should be done by the end of October.
And lo, I doth declare, I, Alexander Cole Hamilton, Caledonian commander of the Liberal Democrats, have chanced upon my political kinsman, Alistair Carmichael of that ilk.
Well met, sir. I prithee, what news?
Zounds, how swiftly does our mother tongue evolve!
In what way, sir? Has there been a development in the etymology of our English language?
There has, sir. It hath been reported in the nation's periodicals that the phrase, yours sincerely, is on its deathbed.
Yours sincerely is to wither and perish on the vine of discourse.
But it shan't matter not a jot to us Liberal Democrats. We shall continue to bid each other farewell using our familiar term of choice. I dost remain thy obedient servant.
And I thee, sir.
I bid thee adieu. ACH, out.
Douglas Ross, Prime Minister.
Hello, PM.
Douglas. Good. Great. Tremendous to see you.
Likewise.
Jane, leave my door wide open and interrupt me at any time if absolutely anything happens, no matter how unimportant.
Of course, PM.
Anyway, so, Douglas.
So, PM,
Yes.
what shall we talk about?
Have you been watching the rugger? I get so pumped up to root for England, even if we do wear the blighted red rose of our rivals, Labour.
Well, PM, I'm still smarting from the defeat in Marseille.
England didn't lose in Marseille.
Scotland did to South Africa, PM. Scotland are in the Rugby World Cup too.
Really? Scotland? Are you sure?
Yeah, PM. The fingers and toes blumping crossed that we'll stay in the tourney a wee bit longer.
Good on the old Scotch. You know, of all the anthems, I think Scotland's is one of the catchiest.
That's true, PM. O flower of Scotland.
That's the chappie.
When will we see
Yes, that one.
your lakes again?
Yes, okay.
Sorry.
I've always wondered, what is the flower of Scotland? A bluebell, one would imagine.
A thistle, I think, PM.
Really? Are you sure?
I'm not. No, I'll get it checked out.
Yes, you do that. Such a sweet melody, but I always struggle to follow the words. How does the second verse finish again?
Oh, hold on, let me see. Dee 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 dee, a rum ti tum, a teary dee. We can still rise now and be a nation again.
Oh,
Sorry.
really?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yes, PM. I've seen those lyrics written in the programme.
But that can't be. It undermines the union. We'll need to change that ASAP. Do you know anyone involved with Scottish Rugger?
Well, PM, they've recently appointed Ruth Davidson as non-executive director.
Ruthie?
Yeah?
Ruthie? Ruthie that used to have your job?
Yes, PM, that Ruthie.
Wow, that's a stroke of luck. Call Ruthie and get it fixed.
You want me to change the words of the Scottish national anthem before rugby matches?
That's the one. Quick smart now, Doug.
Prime Minister, ready for your chat with the Chief Minister of Guernsey?
Always. Break out the good biscuits. See yourself out, Doug. Thank Ruthie for me. Ping me when you've remixed the anthem. Then you can speak to England about changing their rose on the shirts before the Rugby World Cup final.
Yeah, I'll do that, PM. I'll change. What was it again? Does it change the remix? England. Yeah, I'll do it. I'll do my best. Sorry. Bye.
The Association of the Residents of Dalgety Bay would like to welcome all the press to our glorious beaches this morning to help us mark this special occasion, Following a 2-year clean-up operation costing over £10 million, our beautiful coastline is now free from the radium that has been polluting it for years and is safe for everyone to enjoy, This multi-agency project proves that many Hons make light work.
Here now.
Oh, sorry, that is not a dig at you, Willie. Willie Six Hans McHugh there, everyone. Someone who put every one of his many shoulders into cleaning up this radiation. This was a project that brought the smartest minds from many disciplines together. And as I've always said to my colleague Norman Double Napper, the more heads you have on something, the better.
Too right.
Absolutely, I agree with me.
Thanks, Norman. Local people have had to fight hard to get this issue of radioactive pollution recognised, and it is gratifying that we have finally given voice to those who don't have a voice, or a mouth, or can only communicate telepathically with their giant mutated brains. So let's now take our first walk, or, in the case of Sally Sluglegs there, our first slither on a beach that is now radiation-free.
Thank you very much.
On the travel desk, just a warning for anyone travelling on the roads in Paisley this Saturday early afternoon. Prepare for unexpected congestion. Please don't be alarmed. This is down to St Mirren actually being quite good at the moment. Expect to see more pedestrians than usual wearing St Mirren scarves, and try not to be overwhelmed by the sheer stench of mothballs. Yeah, it has surprised everyone, including the authorities. Expect delays as Paisley locals drive around in circles, struggling to remember where the football stadium actually is.
Scotland was stunned this week when the uncanny likeness of a pop star appeared in a chippy wrapping. A patron in Paisley unwrapped his takeaway and was stunned to see the legendary Lewis Capaldi immortalised on the paper. And now the chip shop in question has marked the event with a new soundtrack for customers to enjoy as they queue for their grub.
You have been listening to Noising Up, starring Karen Barkey, Stephen Buchanan, Sarah Janjua, Darren McLean, Lana Faithan and Manjit Sumal. The director was Stuart McPherson. The script was written by Tom Worsley, Helen Brooks, Wes Fargo, Gregor Payton, Brian Nisbet, Rebecca Bain and Alex Garrick Wright, Chris Ballard, Uttam Chowdhury and John Albiston, Garth App Thomas, Paul Brown, Simon Paul Miller and Nathan Cowley. Noising Up is a Comedy Unit production for BBC Radio Scotland.